So, where are we again? Sorry, I missed a couple exits on the bus, or the train.
Not far outside Waterfront.
Yeah, we're just down the coast.
Alright.
Quite less developed.
Interesting. It's a lot quieter here, I noticed.
Yeah. From what I hear, this used to be at one point a somewhat prominent fishing town, but then, Zafira happened and it sort of went to the dumps.
Hey, negative, your voice. Turn it into a robot.
Yes.
I hear there's a load of places like that on the fringes. I haven't looked around much, though. I mean, there was one time, but... Yeah, maybe I'll think about that. Sure.
Up the cliff, there is a gentleman. Just, maybe don't yell too much. He's nice, sort of. He just doesn't like being bothered. Don't ask questions,
Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
After you.
Thanks.
How'd your talk with Ash go?
Okay, I think. We seem to have the whole kind of like alien baby thing under control. So that's good. Just need to check how they respond to food intake and make sure that we're not going to be, introducing a bomb into a public location, and
Again.
hopefully we'll be fine. Yeah, well, we didn't know the last time. That was not great.
Did you figure out why they exploded?
According to them, whatever it is that kind of like grows inside of them, I don't know. This is all weird brain stuff that I don't understand, but apparently the thing was eating away into like her mental sphere or something, and self, I don't know. Them, they haven't had that feeling since, and yeah, as long as they've got this weird sense and kind of gross parasite excretion thing under control, then hopefully it's okay, but I don't know, they're just really bored about being stuck in that isolation chamber.
It's like one of the points.
Man, this looks like a hell of a place to lose your life in a rainy day, goddamn.
That's why we don't come here on rainy days.
Yeah,
It's worth the
no,
trip,
but
though, when you get to the
algae,
top.
seaweed, that sort of stuff, that can be slippy. Do you like the word slippy?
Just the way you said it.
Alright,
You're tired. I'm tired also.
I am. Oof, alright, get your steps
What's
in
the
working
worst
up
of it?
here, sure. Huh. Alright.
Couple more stairs.
climbed a mountain before.
Not super frequently. I grew up in Zafira. I don't think I actually have. Done a lot of stairs, though.
Always stairs.
I mean, there was the path
Never
through
ramps.
Kalefall, I guess, but yeah.
Wait, no, yeah, we definitely have climbed a mountain inadvertently.
Well, through the valley, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Kalefall? Never heard of it.
It was a necessary pass-through on the way to the Reach. It was where the door was located, or at least used to be. I hear something happened to that place, but I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Evans Reach.
Oh, is it nearby Dragonspire?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that place.
Although I think it moved since then.
I haven't been there in a long time.
No, well, I could do with seeing less of it, honestly. I was there for an
Didn't you say
extended period.
it's gone?
Someone told me that it had been destroyed. I don't see how that's possible, so
I don't think
we'll
that's
see.
possible either. I think
No.
maybe the
Given
place
all
to
of the
get there
people
was
guarding it, I
destroyed.
would be surprised. Though
Yeah, it
there
was
were
one of the
also
most heavily
bulletins
fortified
from the
places in the world, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not in the world, I was never really sure where we stood with that. But yeah. Scenic.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
nice.
You can either sit inside or sit out here. I prefer out here, but
I'm not
up to you guys.
the best situated in churches nowadays.
Uh-huh.
No,
might
it
not
kind of
be either.
itches.
I'll be honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah, not something I'm super
We can
happy
actually
about
get
either.
into that. Right?
Sure. I'm happy to talk about it. That's quite a view. Huh.
That is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That is why we come here. Good view. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good spot. Worth the climb.
100%.
One of our favorites. Haruka-san and we like to wander, explore abandoned places. We stumbled upon this after, what was that place? It was some sort of warehouse facility.
Was it the one with the crashed helicopter, or was it a different one?
Different one. The one where we found all those bugs nesting down below.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Tomsky-san was with us, remember?
Doesn't sound like the best location I've ever heard of.
It wasn't our favorite by far, but there were some interesting things there.
Alright. I've had about enough of this helmet. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'll be back in a second. Okay,
Alright,
John,
sure.
we're gonna try this.
The church stuff gets a little bit weird. I'm not a demon, I don't think, but the masks that we were attuned to because of the family inadvertently has
Yokai.
provided us. The masks.
That's what we call.
Wait, are you saying is that the same thing?
No. Yokai
saying
is a
me.
term for, yes, those of a spiritual nature. In your ancestry, of course. I don't know where you come from specifically, but
No, I understand what you mean. You're not far off.
yes, spirits who are not worshipped.
Alright, well, it hurts, but it's not terrible. John seems to be doing his thing.
Oh?
He said he could suppress the threat levels for a while. I thought now was a good time to try it out.
Sure.
I'm also just fucking tired of wearing the helmet. So,
Get to stretch your ears
yeah.
out.
Oh my god, you have no idea. It sucks so bad. I've had to sleep in it a couple of times recently. I swear the bones are getting messed around with. But yeah,
You look a
no,
little bit more floppy.
it's not great. Yeah, they are a bit more I'm worried they might get like a strain or like they might, I don't know,
You're gonna have
they might get
to-
stuck, folded forward or something.
You're gonna have to, like, take your ears up, like, they do with, like,
Yeah.
Dobermans.
Yeah, I might, I don't
On
want to do that.
stilts.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't live my life in a helmet. If it just means my skin's a bit itchy for a bit, that's fine. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
Anyways, the demonic stuff was kind of like a thing that I guess we attuned to these masks that they gave us. We've got like weird demonic properties.
Not
and it's
intentionally.
not like, yeah, not intentionally.
They just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently by beating the game, quote unquote.
Yeah, beat the game, you just get thrown straight back in.
Yeah.
So, essentially, there's a group called the Personality Hunters that are a part of Predator. Predator is a system that Foxtech uses. This is a very long story, but to beat the bush, it was a system that never failed. It was based on some proprietary tech made by a man by the name of Jack Stanigan. Don't say his name too much. And
Is this
also,
some sort of computer system?
No. It interfaces with people via computers, but what it really is an entity of sorts. The same thing that takes over cybernetics, such as me, is the same thing that takes over biological people like Mo. It's like a language, I guess. It uses computers to speak to, and digital languages, like an API for computer components, but it uses biology and chemistry in order to interface with other people. It's just because someone speaks in the language French doesn't mean that they are the French language, if that makes sense. It's just a tool they're using to interface. Yeah, it gets deeper than that, but that's the long and short of it. Either way, they have these people called personality hunters. The personality hunters were originally a system intended to neutralize threats within Zephyra. The whole idea was that, in essence, they would identify people who were wicked and evil and would murder lots of people and psychopaths, that sort of thing. A board would designate that these people weren't safe, and then they would assign a hunter to them to then go and kill them. But it was done in a reasonably... There was a series of rules to the game. That's what John is, the guy you met the other day. He was originally a personality hunter. But in essence, the whole system would be that they'd either be killed or they would be given a chance to join the program. The whole idea would be is that if you let yourself be controlled by one of these demonic entities, and that you would give your body and your talents towards this cause, you would be able to, like, redeem yourself in a second chance, they call it, so that, you know, you lessening suffering of others would, you know, redeem you for the sins that you'd committed in life. The thing is that, well, the system was corrupted. It wasn't a great program to begin with. I mean, there's all sorts of Orwellian nastiness involved with rich people deciding who's allowed to live and who isn't. But
Yeah, that's messed up.
yeah, it is messed up. But the thing is that back before the system was completed and before its, like, judgment was able to be put into effect properly, Vice got jealous. He originally acquired what was to become Predator from Jack Stanigan. He was just a toy maker. He wanted to make this system called Honor Guard, which was essentially a... Go ahead.
Vice. You mean the guy who wanders around the meat track all the time?
Correct, that's the one,
Yes.
yeah. It's not great, but we're not good fans. We'll tell you about that as well, why the hell not? But in short, he acquired the system Honor Guard, which became the prototype for Predator. Honor Guard back then was a child-minding system. It was like a nanny system. It was around the time just after the Court Wars, around 200 years ago. A lot of parents working long hours, not able to stay with their kids. The idea would be that they put it in a teddy bear or something. It would integrate and teach the kids values. He was a devout Christian, so a lot of the stuff is very Christian coded. He was, you know, it would keep them safe, administer, you know, punishments where needs be, but generally it was just a child-minding system. Anyway, Vice got a hold of this because the company was going to go bust because one of their toys ended up to be more flammable than perhaps otherwise. They're in a lot of legal trouble. The company went publicly traded in order to try and save itself. Vice bought it out, saw the nanny program, turned it into a nanny state program, but the thing is that it was too successful. His dad, who owns the company of Foxtech, he started paying more attention to Jack and his genius inventions than to Vice. Vice is a narcissist. He didn't like that, so he decided just before the thing was going to be completed, he'd smash the whole thing, try and make it break anytime he would. He tells me he went into it, got his blood in it because he was just trying to do anything he could to make it stop. Couldn't manage it. Things started screaming, thousands of screaming voices. Tried to turn it off, didn't work out, and yeah, neither Jack nor him's been able to fix it ever since. I believe Jack was killed by the program. The thing was infected with Vice. He was imprinted with it. His narcissism, jealousy, all that sort of thing, it all culminated in the system's flaw, which is its threat detection. Not only is it unable to forgive, it seems, but it regards people that are closest to it as the biggest threats. people who get close to you are the most likely to hurt you. I mean, like, it's an
paranoid.
unfortunate fact of reality that most, crimes happen from people inside your own company, right? Most violence is domestic, all of these sorts of things. All of a sudden, you end up in a position whereby those who you are closest to you are seen as the biggest threats. It is a system that annihilates threats. Jack murdered his own family as a result of Vice's interference. He interfaced with the system. He didn't know what was happening at the time, but yeah, all of a sudden, he had a wife and kids that he was doing this all for. He was trying to make a life for them outside of the slums. He had to try and take control of the system to try and correct Vice's mistake, ended up killing his own family, and thus was the birth of the family, the eternal surrogates, the demons who will never leave him. That he can't kill, that he wishes to keep alive and protect. And as fucked up as they all are, they've been playing this little game of, I don't know, happy families ever since. Jack is now extraordinarily powerful. He's seized total administrative control over the program as of around 3 years ago, I believe, when some stuff in the meat rack caused shit to break down and the company to separate from the family, as it were, and
We kept sending them.
yeah,
to kill
people have
us.
been trying to figure it ever since. Yeah. And
So we shot back
Yeah.
harder.
so
Effectively.
Vice was in a position whereby he knew what was wrong with the system. He'd been covering it up all these years because he needed everybody to believe their perfect predator, backbone of their entire fucking company. I mean, everything works on this. You may have noticed that shit breaks down in my presence. That's related. He needed to make a way to make it seem like they needed to retire the system without admitting to the faults and problems with it. And so he, I believe, got a hold of a version of it and tried to get it outside of the company. He wanted to make the case, I believe, that this system had been compromised. It was now in Slumber's hands. They didn't really know how because of a heist or whatever else. And now they had to slowly retire the system because it had been compromised. We needed to get rid of it. So what he did was he loaded a copy of a very a very specific version of Predator onto an executive mech, drove it out into the middle of nowhere, and told some random slummers to go pick it up. He told those slummers that they had to use it, and that, basically, was my second week here. I was aware that Mo was involved with the fucking family because of system problems with Lucky and all that sort of stuff, but, that paid off. They got a kid now, they're happily married, good stuff. However, the person who was told to go and retrieve this was a netrunner who didn't know anybody, with no fucking affiliations, who just wanted to help out. Me. I ended up with this program inside of my head. His plan was that I would use that system to kill a shitload of people so that he could make the case to, get the system peacefully broken down. Obviously, I wasn't going to do that. Been hiding that ever since.
Yeah. I was going to say the long and short of it is, ever since that point, it's been a constant push and pull of getting to an end point of effectively either turning it off or destroying it ourselves. But
that's what we're
that's
trying to do.
clearly
Nobody
amounting
should
to
have this power.
Mhm.
The thing is that we've got a bit of a plan on how to stop it. The thing is, we need to remind ourselves is that Foxstick doesn't have a problem with the Orwellian Hell Machine. They have a problem that the Orwellian Hell Machine is outside of their control. I am of the belief that no one should have this, and that we definitely shouldn't be looking at turning off the air supply in the fucking waterfront in order to try and correct Vice's mistakes. To be clear, that was on the table. That wasn't all that was on the table. The scope and pressure of this cannot be misunderstood. I have spoken to the system directly. It has told me that it wants to protect itself, so it's made itself important. It's dug itself into all aspects of different life and culture, and it does so with good reason. It believes that no water, air, electricity, any basic human necessity should be up to the whims of a corporation, so therefore it needs to be, taken over and, democratized, and people shouldn't be able to influence that. It should all be in the hand of the nanny program. Remember how this goes back to looking after kids, making sure they're not getting their hands in plug sockets, etc.? That's also why they appear so toy-like. The Family Guys, the cartoonish nature of their movements and the masks. It's all echoes back to the original toys and shit. Also the songs, Pop Goes the Weasel, you may have heard that one.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
Nursery
that
rhymes
was
and
always
shit.
so creepy.
It is creepy. It's corrupted toys, corrupted with some weird entity that fucking Vice's dad made a pact with. It's enormous, but we've got a way that the plan is currently to try and basically de-seat Jack. In order to de-seat Jack, I took a risk. I wanted to see if what I had in my head was able to, seize control, administrative control over people like John. It did. And so now, okay, well, if I can amass enough of these family members together, then maybe I can be in with a chance of doing something. They have a code of rules. Sorry, did you want to say something?
I was just going to corroborate that point with something that we learned recently, which was they've tried to do this plan before, but there wasn't enough convincing that happened amidst the family members that were present at the time. Effectively, they only convinced like half of them.
I recall something about this being mentioned back when we were still dealing with them. They talked about infighting.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the reason. So basically they have a strict code of rule and ethics, which you'd expect in order to do stuff like, like kill people on the scale. Like, it was conceived to be a good thing, even if it is weird and Orwellian and creepy. So it's basic stuff like they can't attack you if you're mentally scarred after the last event. They need to give you a good thing. There needs to be a game. There needs to be a chance for them to win, to survive, to thrive.
It has to be quote-unquote fair.
It has to be fair. It has to be one-on-one. They can't seek help in the hunt. There's a load of weird kind of hunter's ethics, kind of like, people who are trying to ethically hunt or cull or anything like this. Yeah. That's where they...
To the what?
Okay, we need to take things back.
I just wanted to give her context for what you were touching on.
Okay, yeah. So they have a code of ethics. Jack is breaking the code of ethics. He has been for a while, using his administrative privileges to do so. If the majority of the family come to understand this and know this, then they can overpower him. I have the evidence inside me. We need to be able to secure them away from him in order to convince them. The way they conduct these hunts is in these dreamscapes. It's the dreamscapes called the Long Dream. John isn't allowed to tell me whose dream it is, but I've got a few ideas. But yeah, basically, in order to win those games and to try and take them over, we need to get inside the dreams of people who are being hunted by the family. A friend of ours, Alex, in the mega building, is, as of recently. We believe that might be another case of people breaking the rules, because everyone who's been hunted has made a deal with a family at this point. I never have. John was actually really pissed off when he found out that I was innocent in that regard and hadn't done anything. I hadn't killed anyone before all this whole shit started off, and I'm not happy that I've had to since, but it was all a result of Jack breaking the rules. So, John has told us that it should be possible, if we're there when someone is absconded with to the Long Dream or anything like that, piggyback on the snatching. Essentially, he said that in between the waking and the sleep, there's a point where your brain is kind of transitioning between, the material and wherever your brain goes to rest, and they snatch you at that point. Apparently, we should be able to piggyback on the back of that, and I don't fucking know.
Ourselves into it.
I don't do this shit, but in short...
Well, yeah, sort of.
Yeah. The whole kind of... This is a whole load of shit that has kind of been dropped on our plates, and we don't really know what to deal with.
Yeah, I can see that.
We've been wrestling with it for a while, but yeah.
There's probably something worth mentioning, but you would think, well, at least my assumption, maybe you can tell me otherwise. If it's strictly a dreamscape, right? then any damage inflicted upon you physically should not transition to the real world. However, Max and I at one point both died in one
Both
of
have
these,
scars.
and we
Yeah.
both have the scars to prove it.
Yes, there is.
It's very dangerous, assuming it works like a mindscape. You could like go in a coma forever.
There are things that can happen to you physically, though it really depends on what sort of entity you're dealing with. Well, I suppose more than Haruka-san, have dealt with similar situations, dealing with people's minds and dreams and such.
Yeah.
Most of the time, these sorts of injuries that you sustain, they wake you up, but if it is something more malicious, malignant,
Yeah.
it can
It was pretty
sometimes
malignant,
do
that's for
something
sure.
like this.
Yeah, it
Yes.
wasn't fun.
No,
You
we
remember
watched
how
each
that
other
came
bleed
about?
out from the gut and the floor. We were trying to fight the one with the chainsaw. Then it gashed you, and I was stabbed there afterwards by the other one that was
Yeah.
with it. They walked into a room. You were
It
already
wasn't just
dead.
us. In the dream, I think Marcus
No.
was there at some point.
There was a number of them. There was a couple of
Civilian.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone
We're
got
still-
wounded, though.
I'm still not sure how that happens. Like, how we can all end up in the same place. The reason I brought that up is because my previous thought was, or I considered that maybe they were just taking us to another realm or plane, and so that's how we sustained physical damage, but...
Apparently,
Well-
they're places that were important to the given hunter. But yeah, their memories and reconstructed
Right.
from that.
Well, if it is to do with their minds, there are two things I am aware of. A place within the ethereal plane where minds go when we fall asleep and we dream.
Okay.
And then there are ways to traverse the mind in a almost physical sense. It is not always straightforward. People's minds can be more or less dangerous or more or less difficult to traverse.
When we went into my mind, we were constantly attacked by these sort of entities.
Hmm.
We're also hostile towards
These
me.
Awesome.
these mindscapes, what we tend to call them, the both of us, can be initiated by one person who then brings together a number of people and connects their minds to this shared space.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it is being brought forth by one of these hunters, then this means that if you were to disrupt their hold on the mind space, you would be released. Unless you can find a way to release yourself specifically.
So would that be effectively playing the game, you think?
Well, we need a... Yeah, so the way that you get released from these spaces typically is by succeeding at whatever game they have laid out. Now, games are difficult. They don't always tell you the rules, and the rules can change, but there's always some sort of thing that they have going on. It's usually related to the hunter themselves. So the system manipulates that which the hunter was strongest at. So John, for example, he died begging for his life and talking and trying to negotiate, and as such he's cursed to talk for all time. Other people who are scavenging or hunting, they appear more wolf-like, like the one haunting Mo over here.
I am familiar with games like this.
Yeah.
Have had to play similar ones with someone else who
Would
likes
you
to
be
toy
willing
with
to-
people.
Share your experience.
Well, with their games, it is usually almost a lesson of a sorts. There is some sort of challenge he has for you. Don't get seen. Try to get past something. Try to navigate your way through a maze. Don't get lost. But there are often... Sorry?
I was just gonna make an observation. How fucked is it that these entities that whatever we're dealing with seek to fuck with us by way of our minds, but giving us some fucked up weird lesson, moral dream, as if we're the ones that
Well,
need to
these
learn
ones
it.
are always trying to teach us something. They think we're kids that need to be spanked or something. I don't know. Yeah.
It's always easiest to
Learn a
learn by
lesson.
doing.
I
So,
didn't mean to interrupt. It's just so stupidly coincidental, you know? It's annoying.
As for these spaces, they are informed by the mind. If it is anything like my own experiences, navigating these spaces comes with time and practice. Learning to manifest tools or weapons to defend yourself with to help you navigate through these spaces. It is a matter of focus. Believing that the tool you need will be where it needs to be. The less focused you are on it, the less likely it will work, or the more likely it is that tool might break.
That makes sense. Every time I've been in there before, I've been disconnected from all of my cybernetics and stuff like that. Either that or I can't, I never get a gun or anything. But allegedly such a thing is possible.
you might be able to manifest one. I know last time we were in my mindscape, Skip managed to get their scythe.
So you have actively done this
okay.
before.
Sounds like it.
I was going to
Well,
ask you
much
for
more limited on
like
my
an
end.
Several
example if
times.
you wanted to share.
Dakota's much more experienced.
I'm sorry?
I was going to ask you for an example of like how you did it. What headspace or mindset you needed to be. Was it just believing that something is there? Or knowing?
Not just believing, but also envisioning it. Have had to try to teach more people than I would like how to handle such spaces, but it works best with things you are very familiar with. Tools
you
or
already have.
weapons that you... Yes, things that you already know so well, things that are important or personal to you.
Maybe
I
Matt had a point with
don't want to
having
assume, but
weapons and shit.
that sword on
so.
your back, imagining exactly how it feels in your hand, its weight, its size, its dimensions,
Makes sense.
how it feels when you swing it. These are all important things to envision clearly in your mind, and it can take several moments for it to work. But the more practice you get, the easier it tends to come.
It's, honestly, now that I think about it, it's kind of similar to what
Well,
we
that
do on
becomes
the
the difficult
physical
part.
plane. Have to envision concepts, think sharp and long, then create.
You know, now you think about it, it kind of makes sense. I don't know if you remember, but last time we were
quite
back
a
in
lot.
there, we were, even though it was like Halloween and shit, we weren't like, well, I wasn't an Oni and you weren't a dude, so I guess it
You're
was how we
right.
remembered ourselves, right? That was how we were most familiar, and that's how we
Okay.
manifested.
Yeah.
That becomes another part of it. Your physical appearance can often reflect either what they are viewing of you, if your own self-image is not very strong. They can afflict you this way, imagining you being something that you are not. Or, if your self-image is quite strong, you might even be able to change parts of your appearance.
Oh God.
Hmm?
Sorry, that just has a lot of implications now.
It does.
I could do with changing less, to be honest, but yeah, got it. True. Yeah.
Long story short, well, God, there's no way to shorten it, I'm gonna be honest. I did say I would bring it up, but I'm kind of sharing a body, if that makes any sense.
I feel left
You
out.
too?
Seems like it's a...
This isn't mine. This appearance is not how I looked, or how you remember me, right?
You're a
No,
lot shorter.
I figured you'd just done a bit of growing. It's been several months.
I did get taller. There's just additional.
Like the broccoli.
What's the word I'm looking for? Stipulations, maybe, to this.
So your mom's trying to take over your body through some weird fucking pack thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you know,
horrifying.
everyone's afraid of becoming their mother. It's a bit more literal in this case.
I'm trying to.
I
I'm
like
really
my mom.
downplaying it very hard on purpose.
Oh, no, it's nice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, thank you
No.
for. It's better to just be honest.
Sure.
I was just thinking about the implications with regards to that. If we started practicing again, how I would, if I would. She was like as tall as a building at one point. It's just, my mind is kind of like going in all different directions. Anyways,
People
yes.
don't know about your heritage. But yeah, that's all good.
it's something.
Either
at
way,
least,
it is something to be aware of if suddenly, I guess, you're as tall as a building, or smaller, younger, or... A lot of the times I forget that I wear glasses, so show up in a space and I don't need them.
That's interesting.
I've gotten quite used to them now, so...
We're still not sure what
Back on the
happens.
topic of practicing, how would you?
That is sort of the hard part. Learning to focus your mind, meditation, these sorts of things can help with getting used to parts of things, but truthfully, I have found practice often comes best by doing.
So that implies that you've been doing it, like, actively. Like, how are you entering people's mindscapes? Is that something you're initiating, or...?
Well, when I need to help other people, yes, though usually I just traverse my own.
Okay.
Everyone
Well, that's
has
huge.
one, but whether they can properly interact with it tends to depend on the person.
Have a mindscape?
Well,
Yeah,
yes.
Yes, I
All
do,
it is
actually.
is a it's a visualization, I think. You are seeing something inside your mind that only represents what is happening. Your mind is making sense of something. It's not real. And the closer you get to understanding that and beginning to take control of that, the stronger you become in that sort of a space. The moment you realize that, something that's bearing down on you with a weapon is not real is the moment it becomes significantly less dangerous.
Guess.
It is mind over matter. Your thoughts and your emotions, how you are sort of guiding yourself through this space is what matters most.
Okay.
So you're effectively telling us we have the power, we just have to manifest it. But like in a logical way.
Yes, and unfortunately it just comes easier to some people.
Of course.
Great. I'm not even sure.
I have a friend, she's quite, how to say, focused. She has significantly less trouble navigating this space, even though she's not a telepath or, scion or anything. She has a drive. She knows what she needs to do. She knows what she wants to do. And so long as that does not waver,
Quietening my
she
mind
managed to
isn't necessarily something
manifest
I'm good
a
at.
blade faster than most people.
Huh.
Wait.
Who is this
but-
friend, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, sorry.
I'd rather not say. Not for me to say anyways.
Sorry.
You might meet them eventually. She's a good friend.
I had
wanna
an
say something?
inquiry,
Yeah.
I guess. Can I call you by your regular name?
I don't mind. We're out of shot of anyone who would matter.
Yeah. So, you, Magpie, correct me if I'm wrong, are synthetic.
That's more in question nowadays. I'm not really sure what I am.
Okay. Have you been able to do this? Have you been able to practice similarly by... Do you have dreams that can be traveled? I mean, you did
I
say that,
dream.
right?
And she can go into my mind. I haven't managed to do it on my own.
Really?
But you do. You're capable.
I'm much
Of
worse
sort,
at interacting with minds
I
than
don't know. I
Sakota.
don't know. I don't remember. I do something. I don't know if it's like the same.
Something
Yeah, I'd be, like,
that we
dreaming
have
for a very
learned
long time.
about Scions is that I think I mentioned this. They come in. I think you said it. Different flavors.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Each of us has specific things that we tend to be particularly good at or are sensitive towards. I am sensitive towards the mind. My Python seems to have quite a gift for manifesting energy in ways that I don't.
Like,
Okay.
example, you feel your sword wiggling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
I probably would end up throwing it instead if I tried to.
Got it.
We have different
Like aptitudes,
different
I
things we are
guess?
good at. Aptitudes, we read somewhere people referring to it as disciplines, but aptitudes, disciplines,
Sure.
akin to schools of magic or ways of thinking, trains of thought. I don't know.
For
It's
other
not
examples,
exactly
I've
well
seen,
documented.
Other scions who are good at modifying their body. They can transform themselves into horrifying things of flesh and sinew.
Oh,
Others who
great.
can,
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
movie about that. It's
Not as weird.
horrifying.
You watched horror movies.
I didn't think it was a horror movie, and then Homsky-san, you
We
know,
trick you a lot with
Yeah.
that, huh?
Others can.
he didn't think it was a bad thing either, and then realized later that it was very gross and
Do you remember the name of the
terrifying.
film?
This was Akira.
Oh,
I've
the one with the
also.
motorbike. Yeah, I remember that.
I've also
Yeah.
seen.
Poor bike though.
And heard of others that can just go into a place and then learn of it by being there. They can feel the history.
Oh, a person I work with, she can see things that others can't. She can enter a space and find something that belonged to someone and
Whoa.
see things that happened nearby. She used to
some
investigate
clairvoyance or
things.
something?
Hi.
Is that what that's called? I never quite remember which one clairvoyance is.
She said the longest she was ever able to look back in the past was about a week. Much past that, she said she blacks out.
That's pretty crazy.
can I be honest?
Does that imply objects have memories? What? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you're not far off, actually. Well, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, like, I mean, learning all of this is incredibly valuable, and I just appreciate both of you taking the time to even recount all of this for us. It's given us, well, me personally, a lot of, well, previously we had no answers. We had nothing to work on. We had no tools. Now we seemingly have a fucking almost infinite amount, depending on our minds. Maybe.
I don't know if that's... I have other ideas, but yeah.
I get it. I'm just taking the good what we can.
Having ideas in that space is better than nothing.
Sure, yeah, well, thanks. It was more about how to get in there in the first place, but yeah.
Well, yes, that's what I think we were getting at that. But we're also finding out other interesting points and pieces that are just kind of like making things make sense to me.
No, that makes sense. No, I'm not discounting what's said. I'm just saying that I'm having ideas about how to get in, that's all.
So,
Yeah,
well,
at least for me.
you start with your question? Do you have a question, or do you have
I didn't have a question. I was happy to listen.
Oh.
I just
Oh.
impulsively talk. Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
It's okay. You didn't do anything
do
wrong.
I just do that when I'm talking. When I'm thinking sometimes, I
This
just
is
feel the
normal
need.
conversation. It's
I
okay.
was in a cave for a very long time by myself. I just kind of got used to it. Never mind. Okay, cool.
No, that's fine. I'm telling you, this is a good thing. You're experiencing and doing a natural thing, which is good.
Okay, cool. That's
Natural
good.
conversation.
You know, natural conversation about this. Yeah, no, cool. About
The professor used to.
yeah. Awesome. Thanks.
Sorry, I was trying to give you positive reinforcement.
Thank you. Yeah. Cool. So, you had a great question.
Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of going back to the whole separation of consciousness thing. So, effectively, we don't know how to start this. Do we, like, go to sleep with our friend? Do we hold hands? Do we, like, do a seance circle? You know, like, obviously not that. That's an extreme, but...
Seance?
even-
No, definitely not.
What's a seance? Is that the thing the Spanishes do at midday? Is it like that? Like when they go to nap at like lunchtime?
Why did
That
you
always
say
seemed good.
Spanish?
Seance is
I don't know.
when you communicate with spirit, yes? You summon them and communicate.
Something like this,
Usually
yes.
Summoning circles and candles and chants and
Well, like John was trying to draw the other day. Yeah,
incense.
okay.
What?
Was
He
that
was
what he
trying
was
to draw a
drawing
summoning
on the
circle
wall?
on your. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
He says it's fine. It didn't work.
Oh, great. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Whether or
open
not
to
he could do
graffiti on
anything
my
without your
walls.
say
Just
so.
don't summon demons into them.
I think it's because he can't touch him. So
yeah,
probably why.
that's pretty
but,
much it.
You know. Good to know. I mean, he can't endanger me, so he kind of thought it was dangerous. But yeah.
Well, to answer the question, to enter a dreaming mind, the person just needs to be resting and sleeping.
But how would we...
Gather around and someone like me can try to do it. There might be other ways of doing so, but magic...
Oh, I wonder if
I
he
don't
would
have much
be-
knowledge in this.
I've got.
Well, I wonder... I mean, the link would be... If we are assuming that a long dream is going to happen, then that just is already providing the link that we need, would it not?
I mean, sure. I mean, we can, as they were saying, we can use the helmet to, or to figure out like when things are likely to happen. So, yeah. Then it's just a question of, oh shit, something's happening. What now?
Sure.
It's high alert, everybody. Go to sleep.
Well, the going
Yeah.
to sleep part might not actually be necessary. So long as the dreaming mind can be accessed, others can be linked together. Pulled in.
Oh,
I got an idea.
what's their idea?
Well, the thing's partly digital in nature, right? And it can work via any API.
Yes.
So maybe we can use dive headsets.
Oh my god, it's so fucking obvious.
I mean, that would depend on if
Yeah, I mean,
the
like-
person you're trying to connect to has cyberware, I imagine.
No, we can put anyone in cyberspace.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays,
No, I mean, like
anyway,
the
with
person
the
you're trying to
dive
connect
headset.
to.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I understand your concept. You're the expert.
All
on
of
this.
that stuff goes beyond me.
There are various headsets people can use in order to pull their consciousness into
They call them brain
cyberspace.
dances. Sometimes brain dances.
Those sorts of things.
Oh,
Yeah.
so. I've heard of these.
Yeah, that kind of connects your kind of awareness to something else that can be used as an interface for a large amount of data or a different experience or whatever else you know, there's only so much you can do with like a keyboard and a screen. If you want to do something really big, then it gets abstracted. And of course, because we don't understand zeros and ones, we understand physical mediums and stuff like that, then the space is interpreted as a physical environment. But the rules are different, and
So you
yeah.
do understand. That is a lot like Mindspace.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of thinking that the whole time, that it was kind of similar to some of that stuff that, like, you know, me and Shen get up to and all that sort of thing. So
It's textualization.
That's fucking cool.
yeah, but like,
The
you know,
only thing I
my
know
shit
is
wants to
that the-
interface with it anyway. So
Deeper into the mind and the closer towards the subconscious you get, the weirder things get, to a point where you could just melt your brain.
awesome.
So there's limitations.
There are limitations.
It's a hell of a limitation, but yeah, no.
Not our limitations that we've already tried to come across.
I mean,
There was
getting
a
shot, you know, brain
spot
melting,
in
plasma.
my mind
psychosis.
where I got stuck and Sakota had to pull me out of, and by the time we got out of it, her nose was bleeding and I was overheating in my head.
Oh,
Oh, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Shit.
yeah. Huh. Wow, that is really similar to a couple
You know what,
situations we've been in.
I want to think less about my mindscape, given what I think I may have. Remember the big
Giving
cloak
you a
thing that I had to
migraine?
fight? Oh, no. I got knocked out for a while trying to help Cassie out when they went through that whole kind of like body
Knocked out
transplant
is an
thing.
understatement.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and then
died.
I was. Okay, so
More or less.
my
It's
body's organic, my
relevant.
brain isn't. There's a spine I have in order to like move the rest of my body. It connects me up. That kind of got burnt out in the whole operation. I was basically trapped in my head
That's
for a
probably
long
why I was
time
really
until
intrigued by your thing. Sorry.
you were able to, you were able to fix me up with a new spine and put things back together, and I was just in my, I guess if we're calling that a mind space, for a long time.
I get exactly what you're talking about. I had the exact same experience when I lost my previous chassis before I got into this one. was
I am so
stuck as a
sorry. It
mind.
sucked.
Well, Sakota was
I
here
was
to
just
keep us
reliving
company.
memories constantly.
I was just in
I
a
didn't have
dark
much
place for
company. I
like
had-
nearly a month.
Yeah, I
Benefits
was
of being
there
a
for a while,
telepath,
but-
being sensitive to others' minds.
Shit, I could have used some fucking talking to when I was in there. Fuck, I thought everyone was dead. Shit.
I'm still
I'm
like
sorry you had to go through that
happy
alone.
memories.
10% unsure
great.
if this is real.
It was not great. I was trying to go
It's
back
real.
multiple times.
It's still a little bit in my brain that's saying that's not.
What, your genes?
It's very
No, that like, I'm not still in the tube. I'm like,
Oh,
not connected to anything, I'm just
Yeah.
sleeping.
no, I had that when I woke up as well. I was so used to living through memories and everything that it was hard to believe that something had actually changed. It was, yeah, it wasn't great.
Sorry.
I don't know. I couldn't figure out if I'd gone mad or if something had actually happened, and yeah. Sorry, this is sidetracking things, but no, being unplugged sucks. Yeah. You look deep in thought.
It's fine.
Okay, cool. Fine. Thanks for getting me out of there, I guess. I mean, not I guess, I mean actually. Waking up was a little bit traumatic, but, you know, we live and we learn. Yeah, shit. But anyway, yep, sorry. Okay, so, big takeaway points here is that dreamscape shit can fuck you up. The deeper you go, the nastier it is. There's different forms of, like, disciplines, if this Scio, whatever it is, and, I guess dream spaces, everybody has one. You can manifest stuff in it, but it helps to be super familiar with it. Being in a focused state kind of helps, which is something I tend to struggle with. And Yeah, am I missing anything?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
There's obviously some nuances that we may or may not have to traverse because
Sure.
of the circumstances, but we have the tools to do what we need
Doorways are very important. It's about the only other thing I can say.
to do. Doorways.
Doorways.
Doors are how you get from place to place. You go from one to another, and when you need to get somewhere else in the mind, look for a door.
That makes sense. If much like cyberspace...
Or if you need to get out.
If much like cyberspace, the concepts and ideas are realized as, I guess, allegorical physical spaces, then
Allegorical?
liminal transition between... Yeah, like, so like...
Comparable.
Like a representation of, I guess, would be a better way of saying it. If it's a representation of a concept, like an art piece or something, could convey a feeling or emotion, then liminal spaces or transitions between those spaces would be important, as that's a representative of moving through those concepts. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just thinking out loud and talking again. Yeah. So
Everything you said is more or less what I have experienced, yes.
awesome. Okay, cool.
Though you can sometimes find doors in very strange places. And if the other person knows exactly what they're doing, they might try to hide those doors from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through that. Like one of the first ones that I was taken in.
Which one was... Sorry, the hospital one you were telling me about?
Yeah.
The one where you heard my voice? Still don't know how to feel
Yes.
about that, but yeah, okay. Cool.
There was a series of doors that I needed to try to find, but every single time I tried to go through one or open it, I was met with the force that I was trying to run away from. So maybe having a better knowledge of what we're looking for, what should be behind it, would help. Yeah. That being said, is there... It would behoove us not to ask, is there not a way... Obviously, we need to do the game at some point, but let's say things go catastrophically wrong. Is there a way for us to pull ourselves out in an emergency? Or is it we're pretty much
Finding
to the
an-
whims of...
Door back to the surface is going to be the best bet. The deeper you get in, the harder it can get to pull back out.
like
So,
years?
yes. The surface of the mind is often much calmer and easier to understand. It's built on physical things, things that easily come to the mind, come to the surface.
Okay.
But I haven't seen anyone else try to do it. But I was able to manifest a door. Just create it and hold it there. It was quite difficult, though.
Mind space or within your own?
Yeah, this was combined. Someone else's, I think.
You need
Interesting.
a bridge out of mine into yours, I think.
Oh, so. Using a doorway that already exists and enforcing where you want to go can be a bit easier, but if you can't find a door, making a door is also an option. It's just even harder.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, like, I guess that makes sense. So, like, the outer kind of brain, or the more forward-facing one, is where more concepts are formalized, right? It's also the thing that's understood. It's where you kind of think, it's like the user interface for yourself, right? But then the closer you get back into code or whatever, then back to that source programming, the more abstract things become, because they're just disparate entities waiting for a purpose to be called upon through some command or something. So I guess if we're using the brain as the same example, then yeah, I guess things are less formed in your subconscious, right? And therefore it's gonna make less sense. I guess.
Yes. How to put this? the deepest I ever traversed into someone's mind, trying to help them, things almost started to stop making sense. It was subconscious thought, just shapes, colors, lights.
Huh.
No memory, no thoughts. Just
Oh,
a feeling, I guess. I don't know.
huh. Hmm.
You have
What?
less
You might have
context for
inadvertently-
your subconscious mind, so it does not generate.
Huh?
I don't know, you might have inadvertently given me a better understanding of something else that's not really related, but
Okay.
Glad I could maybe be of help.
just the concept that the deeper you go into your consciousness, the less formed things are, so of course things are going to be haphazard. It may or may not be just floating in a void, as it were.
Mhm.
Oh. I get it.
That's-
Huh.
It is also important to be careful because if you stumble upon a memory, those memories are a part of your mind, and defacing them can sometimes be problematic. Can distort those memories for you or outright
Makes
destroy
sense.
them.
I don't like that.
The worst I think I ever saw someone's memories. There was a painting gallery. Had important moments from their past, things that were impactful to them, good and bad. And someone had tried to deface some of those memories, painted over them. They were trying to restore those memories, and it was not easy. They were never quite the same. But they were
I
able
know
to
the
get things
feeling.
back.
But yeah. I fucking hate people messing around with people's brains, man. Like,
Well,
don't get me
I get it.
wrong on this. I'm sure people are doing different things or whatever, but as far as I can tell, memories are people's souls. That's the only way I've been able to make sense of that stuff so far. Altering people on such a fundamental level seems profane to me. As I said, I'd sooner die.
It's like half of
Well, I
your
just-
personality is context. It is the nurture combined with nature that makes you.
I get it now. I mean, I was getting it before, but
Yeah,
that's
it's
fully understandable now.
I mostly agree. It's not something I ever want to see happen to anyone.
On the thought, or on the topic, never mind. It's not a question worth asking. Sorry.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. You think so?
I think that we have more than enough tools in our arsenal now. I feel pretty confident in going back and kind of like forming a bit of a game plan now that we know some
We need
things.
some more gear by the sound of it, but yeah. We knew that already.
Now we know what we need to get though.
Sure.
Thank you both. I don't think this is going to be the last time we ask to talk. That's okay.
Towards your headset things, your dive stuff,
Yeah.
I don't know what might be different or what might be the same. So perhaps experiment before you commit to ideas.
Yeah, well,
And just be
it's just a
careful.
way of getting a foot in the door, right? And
Yeah.
no, I mean,
Such methods may come with their own limitations, just as there are certainly some limitations with doing things the way I have.
the way I was thinking is as I mentioned, the system in question works on synthetics much the same as it works on humans because the interface, it's interface ambivalent, if that makes sense. Was a netrunner before all of this happened, and I'm thinking that if I already have people's minds in a digital state beforehand, then that makes it easier for me, with my expertise, to intercept. But you're right, it's, only massively risky and dangerous. I mean, I don't even know how we test this in a way that's not human testing.
I mean, the easiest way to test to see if it's similar is get someone who can access a mind space, say like Sakoto, and get a second person who is comfortable with you entering their mind space in this way. Both try to go in at the same time via different methods and see if you meet up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Maybe we
we could try that.
if you were willing. If you were okay with that.
It's a hell of an ask for an experimental project, so yeah,
Yeah, he's right.
no pressure at all.
You can say no.
My only hesitation is just being in close proximity to John.
Yeah.
It is nothing wrong with you. The family is terrifying.
Yeah,
I have already
I'm
had to
doing
fight
this
them before and managed to get out without losing our lives once. I worry what would happen if we tried again.
You're right. No, we shouldn't. That's not a good idea, particularly knowing what we know recently.
Yeah.
But
We're not,
potentially experimenting with others. Or at the very least, if you can make certain that he is contained.
It's not
I already
what I'm
have
worried about.
one in my head. I'd rather not have others.
Yeah.
So, the way, just to talk a little bit about how that works, now we've got a little bit more concept. The onboard system I have in my head has two main directives: to connect back with the system and to defend itself, because I am it now, or its host carrier tries to protect me. That's why things shut down in my proximity. It's trying to protect me. When John's prior directives were to obey the rules of the hunt and kill, he was compelled to hunt and kill people. That was his redemption, though he was forced into it. I mean, a lot of people, they weren't supposed to be, but since Vice's whole thing, they're being tricked into accepting these terms. However, now he's inside his mind, he's inside my mind, and governed by my program. His goals are the similar thing: to reconnect and to defend me. So, if at any point he perceives a threat, then he can act and is compelled to act on that. So, given that the system already recognizes Sakoto as a threat, and I'm having that suppressed right now, I'm gonna have to put the helmet back on again in a second. He's nagging at me that we're already pushing it. Then there's a high likelihood that backfire, basically. So, yeah, that's not an option. I need to go put the helmet on, actually. I'll be back in a sec.
Do what you gotta do. Does give me other ideas, though. If his idea of interfacing via the sort of equipment works, I wonder if there would be a way to use it to create a mind space, one that's not linked to someone. This way they could use it for practice without the extra danger.
That's kind of what I was wondering, but I don't
I
quite understand how it works.
Not entirely certain I understand.
What's up?
Just theorizing. If your theory bears fruit, I wonder if it could be used almost in reverse. Create a digital space that one can access like a mind space. This way it can use for practice. Test concepts such as creation, or educate people on how to do these things without fucking with someone's already existing mind space. It's
There's
like an artificial
something.
one.
In theory, yes. Unfortunately, I don't have administrative access over the program I have in my head. It's locked, and in order to unlock it, I would need to get up-to-date executive codes, and I've never been able to get that done.
Not with your the stuff in your head. I mean, like the net running equipment.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we could do. I don't know what I'm comparing it to, because I don't know. Well, I could model something, but, like, it would be a hypothesis rather than based on, like...
It needs
I mean,
testing
I could
first.
try and reconstruct one. I mean, arguably, I've already done it once, but yeah.
Yeah, you actually have.
Yeah, no,
You were literally the
kidnapped-
breach for Cassie's consciousness, were you?
No, it wasn't that. It was when I kidnapped Vice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh?
You did what?
You know,
That
Vice
explains why they want to
disappeared
kill
from
you,
the
I
meat
guess.
rack.
No.
No, he... quite the
I
opposite,
try not to
actually.
pay him that much mind. I can't say I'm particularly fond of him.
Vice... Mo went missing for a long time. I thought he knew where they were. I tried everything. I couldn't find them anywhere. It got to the point that I needed to talk to Vice and find out what was happening. The man's a compulsive liar. To be clear, he set me up as his sacrificial lamb, so he'd be able to get what he wants. I'm not exactly a big fan of the guy. People have been suffering and dying for 200 years because of him. And he's just been glassing it over and acting like everything's okay and playing cover-ups. And that's before the rest of the shit I can tell you that guy has done. He is not your friend. I don't even know if he's capable of having friends, to be honest. Anyway,
He tries to pretend he's Hamskis a lot.
Yeah.
he pretends he's a lot of people's friends. He manipulates people like that. It's what he does.
He's good at it.
He's very good at it. Anyway, the point is that he was... I needed to get the truth out of him, and in order to try and get the truth out of him, I wanted to simulate one of the mind space experiences to make him think that he'd been abducted by Jack as opposed to me, figuring that he'd be more free with Jack than he would be with me because they already know everything, so he would be more loose-lipped and wouldn't feel the need to hide anything. As it happens, it bore a lot of fruit. I did learn a lot of things from that. I revealed that it was me towards the end and let him go. Still wondering how I feel about that decision under the idea that he would, go away, leave it alone, stop fucking with it. He didn't.
Of course
Was
not.
threatening by Nines, other people. Threatened to corrupt the banking system in order to try and force LF to kill the Rust Buckets. Yeah.
What?
No, he was crashing out hard. He is an enormously immature and dangerous individual with a lot of power at his fingertips, and what he believes is some sort of divine mandate to solve this all alone so that his daddy will love him again. The fact that so much power is in the hands of such a dangerous and childlike narcissist is typical Zephyra. But, yeah,
Yeah. Powerful narcissists.
a lot of them.
One day I hope the city won't be terrible.
I once was told by my dad, yeah, I guess we're calling him that there's a reason the boss is always an asshole. It's because they're the people who are stupid enough to take the risks to get themselves in positions of power. That way you end up with all of the fucking Machiavellian, psychopathic, idiot assholes at the top of the chain and all the sensible people down below. I've yet to find a reason to disprove that.
Yeah.
But yeah, idiots take risks. Narcissists will go to great lengths to ruin themselves. The Dark Triad, I think they called it. Machiavellianism, fucking psychopathy, and... what was the last one? Oh, yeah,
Okay, I
narcissism.
didn't
Yeah,
know
my
any
bad.
of those 3 words. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I guess psychopathy is not caring about other people or anything at all in order to get what you want. You yourself are first above everybody else. Machiavellianism, it's climbing on different people and scheming and basically being a complete asshole in order to climb the corporate ladder at everybody else's expense. And narcissism is everybody, look at me. Look how great I
I know
am.
that
Give
one
me all the
is,
attention. Yeah. They call it the dark triad, but yeah, basically it's whatever. Anyway, it's a old concept, but
Seems
whatever.
pretty accurate from my experience.
Yeah, it seems scarily accurate, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway, the point is, this is why you can't have big power structures. I tried explaining this to the Black Irons recently. Like, at a certain scale, everything just gets corrupt, because with that much power on the table, the shit floats to the top, and yeah, it's not good.
That's why we have
Back before they were threatening me.
stuff at the meat rack so fragmented with each business having its own power structure.
Did you tell me that?
Yeah, they threatened to sell Red out to Athena for helping me, knowing that I was working against Vice even, sorry. And they were trying to hold, they were basically saying, yo, give us this system or else we'll hunt you down and imprison you and we'll kill your friend. Because...
Scary shark
Yeah.
lady Athena, to be clear?
That's the
or...
one. Yeah. We're not great fans. No.
I tried to hope that she was getting better ones.
Oh wow, wait until you hear this. So like, once upon a time, we were fucked, right? We had no protection or anything. We were like, hey, big gang. There was a lot of people we knew who knew Athena, like, why don't you try go to the Stormbringers? So we did. First time we're there.
Yes, I think you'd mentioned something about this, going to her and her gang?
Yeah.
Fuck, worst mistake
And then
of our
they
lives ever.
fucking, yeah, dude, they
Really
took these
bad.
3 fucking guys, got them against the wall, gave us a hammer and a chisel, and, you know, basically try to say, you know, one of them's a rapist, one of them's a murderer, one of them's innocent, and then they had the whole gang lined up there in the sewer, and they, like, basically forced us to kill them, and then they got us to force a Thresher I didn't have an eye socket in that time, so I got Thresher venom in my eye socket, which was awesome. And then, you know, all of a sudden it was just going out and hunting people to get all, like, fucking Zephyrin police
It's
tech,
so
and then
fucked.
it was gonna be more of a cycle of violence. So the whole thing is that whole ethos doesn't make sense anyway, right? Because, like, it's this whole, the slums stand for themselves, might makes right thing. Well, who's the might in Zephyr? It's the corporation. So the anti-corp cell is fucking in line with the corporations on a philosophical level, and now we know they're basically Vice's Gestapo anyway, because they've struck a deal in order to take out or inform Vice if they hear anyone scheming about, like, anti-Foxtag arms. So they're his secret military police. That's the anti-corp insurgency. Red's gonna crash out. He can't deal with it. But, like,
We
it's...
did all of that
yeah.
to see
Yeah.
some
Red,
kind of
who's...
safety.
And then
I
they
don't know if
sold
I
us
know
out the
Red.
fucking first chance they got.
Beard,
Big...
big muscly, like cybernetics.
Inhabited the 9 heavens now. Red, you know, the big
Oh.
guy.
I haven't been
runs around
there
with an
in
eye
the guy that's
ages.
like cybernetic from the neck down, like super big and
That's the
muscles,
one.
mostly.
Big fucking Lotus suit. Yeah, used to work as corporate security, but got...
Doesn't he work
Stormbringer.
with them? Yeah.
He does,
doesn't...
yeah. That's why I was...
Yes.
That was the
So-
thing, because he works with the Stormbringers, but he's one of the good ones, and he was working with me. Stone, head of the Black Irons, was trying to hold that, well, was basically saying, yo, give me what I want, or I'll tell Athena that Stone is working with you, and therefore he's gonna get beheaded. So, you know, real fucking swell guys. And then I had Mercer
Yeah.
telling me about how great the colonists are, and I'm like, Mercer, please, you've got to understand. You seem like a nice guy, but no, never, not dealing with it. I mean, shit. I mean, humanitarian colonists, I mean...
They tried to justify their prison system to us at one point. Not Mercer, but like their
No.
leader guy.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything about this.
One of the first times I saw Stone, they had one of their prison colonists. So basically someone they'd imprisoned and they'd entombed them in this suit of like cybernetic armor, chopped them up in all sorts in order to be a penal servant or something like that.
Yeah, that was... He tried to justify to us how that was a good thing.
What?
Yeah, walking around with a 20mm repeater, mind you. But yeah, no, they're fucked beyond belief, man.
Yeah.
And Mercer's a part of them, and he's part of like fucking like meat rack security. And given that they seem to be doing what everybody like, yeah, because they do what every single fucking corporation does. They give the they put the nice people forwards. It doesn't matter if it's fucking the Leap Foundry or Black Iron Coalition or Fox Tech and Vice or everybody else. They all come in and pretend to be your friends, make lots of deals, make codependents. But the thing is you can have relationships with individuals. With an individual, you're on an individual basis. When you make a deal with a corporation, you're dealing with an unknown number of people, and you may have benefited a little bit, but over time, the corporation benefits a little bit. And all of a sudden, you're completely dependent. They can boss you around, do all sorts of shit. Fox Tech are now like de facto in charge of the waterfront, and it's the same story every time. VRCRP, the company you can trust. It's the same story over and over again. The same dynamics, the same. I'm crashing out. I'm sorry. You guys know this.
Yeah,
I'm
really frustrated with being betrayed by
honestly, yeah, one of the few people who actually says that. I've had problems with that happening every time. And not knowing what to do about it. I hate it so much.
You just can't engage with them at a basic level. They will come to you and act like they are people, but you are not a person. When you join a corporation, you are part of a collective. And even though you like that guy and you can have a relationship with that guy, the story is always the same. It gets to the point where they're like, hey, you better do what I want and what I say, because the next guy, you don't have a relationship with him and he might not be as nice. And it's just holding a gun to your head. It's just holding a gun to your head in coded, veiled language. It's the same tactic constantly. And it fucks me off. It's so obvious, but people fall for it every time. I told Hamsky this ages ago, and now, you know, people are writing slash fiction of, like, him and fucking Vice nutting inside each other or whatever. So, you know, it's like, clearly that fucking went to heart. But yeah, sorry to be crass. Yeah, I got Metagram recently, and I was looking through it. A lot of people have written quite a lot of stuff on those two boning, like Vicey, they call it. Yeah.
Ew. That's
very common. I thought
very
for
common.
a moment I almost got her to do it. I thought it was if you know Unico, but apparently it's not him.
Oh. Cool.
Someone else.
another reason for me to avoid that thing.
Why are people cutesifying a fucking Hamsky being fucking, like, in bed with a dangerous corporate entity? Do people think about their actions? Oh my god. It's like fucking Byte telling me he's part of an anti-corp group called the Enlightened, despite the fact he's Vestratech's citizen of the month every single month.
It's okay with it. He was talking about how someone had broken into his phone and used his account or something to post something that ended up making Nemesis all up in arms, and he threw boulders at the streets.
Chucking a boulder at Flurry. Yeah, great, awesome, good. What were great people? I love them all. It's great. You know what? Maybe we should talk to them. Maybe they're just like us. Maybe we should just tell them to fuck off. Like everything. They don't have to be.
Yeah, the problem with telling them to get lost is, they might just kill you.
Well, maybe we should just kill them sometimes, and then they, you know, it's like a no-go zone, and like, you know, it's all good. Resist gentrification.
Yeah,
we gotta get
said
those
the same
crime
thing about
levels up.
McKay, and
We've tried killing.
We gotta lower the house prices around here. You know what I mean?
They're very stubborn.
Well, I told them I fucking warned them that would happen. A year ago, I was talking to Hamsky saying, yo, if you keep doing this, then they're gonna just be more and more of you on the streets. If you're asking them for help, then fucking, and they're gonna make you fucking suffer for it, right? They're gonna go, okay, we're gonna put you in a position whereby you need help. You'll ask for help. Who is ready to give you help? Well, it isn't your old buddies, Fox Tech, and like, fucking a year later, they're walking the streets and only breaking down because they've got some sort of weird fucking problem in the wasteland or something. But, yeah, I don't fucking know. I get so angry. I get so angry. And everybody calls me a schizoid. But, yeah.
If it's any comfort, to my knowledge, we don't entreat Fox Tech at all. We kind of try to tell them to fuck off, but the Nemesis is above us and gives them permission to walk around, so, can't do shit about it.
Yeah, I hated every...
Asshole.
When he gave them the
Okay.
authority to police, I wasn't sure what we were going to do.
This guy's put so
At
much
that point,
effort into
if-
trying to convince them that it's not worth
Oh,
fucking with us.
And now
helping
it's got
police our
worse.
area.
Because
wasn't there-
Vestratech, fucking... oh, never mind, sorry. Go
I've heard the name,
No.
I don't know who they are. Some other
they typically
megacorp in...
operate Zone 7, right?
They do,
they
but
were
now they
running
have
the
that.
end of
Now
the
they're
water
the
district.
policing the entire fucking waterfront district because, like, Foxtech and Zona, Foxtech didn't have a problem with undead and
When did this
synthetics
happen?
and mutants. Literally last weekend.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I missed that.
So, Foxtech are pulling out. They're no longer policing the fucking the fucking the meat rack now and on the waterfront. They're focusing on military efforts. Vestratech,
Well,
who
the
are-
meat track, they...
Wait,
We tried so hard
How
to
long do
keep them out and convince Nemesis to leave it alone, to
gonna
stop
be
it.
sec. It's gonna be sec. Well, the thing is that something's about to happen in the meat rack because now Foxtech have pulled out. The family are gonna be more apparent than ever. I've been working with Toronto to see if we can find a way to stop that. Give them a load of frequencies. We're working on some other technology which should be able to like block them out and shit like that. But same way that this helmet blocks things out, like John or whatever, we might be able to replicate what this does, like doorways or something like that, to at least give you some form of defense.
If you can figure that out, let me know. I can help
This
with
is-
getting it into apartments.
I had to go through a lot to get this, but no, I would. So, we found some. Okay, well, if we're talking about this, in essence, a lot of the way the family works is based on planear technology. They move through planes. A lot of them seem to operate on one called Sheol. We don't really know what that is, but they have a lot of technology involving moving things between planes. We believe the Long Dream for a very long time to be another plane. We don't know if it is or if it isn't. But in short,
It's probably part of the ethereal plane, because I think there's like a section of that related to the dreams, right?
possibly.
Yeah.
But either way, these
Where
guys
Iris came
have
from. Let's
The-
believe.
the entity that Vice's father made a pact with, the entity behind the Predator system, seems to have pretty much remarkable control over the planes, like crazy shit. However, Jack and the family, they can't fully corporealize in the material. So if something's locked in the material, they can't see it, it can't see them, they can't get a hold of it. So for example, that's how this helmet works. The reason that it can't actively, the internal system in me isn't threat assessing you right now, is because this is blocking it from being able to see you and do so. So in short, this technology is very secret fucking Foxtech shit. They don't want anyone else getting a hand on it because it's kind of their bread and butter. I don't know if you know what a void crate is, but Charles had one for ages, and well, thankfully he gave that up because holy shit, that was a fucking security risk. But yeah,
Choro-san? The pawn shop? Choros?
yes. So Charles was an official
What is
retailer
it?
of Foxtech, and as part of Foxtech, they gave him an item called a void crate. A void crate allows him to. It's a portal. That's the only way to put it. They can put things in it and it instantaneously transmits somewhere else. It's basically the panacea of shipping. However, certain ones of these crates have been tampered with, and as a result of that, the family and other entities can intercept it while it's on that travel. I believe that's how the family have been so quickly able to get into the meat rack so many times, is probably through that crate. Charles didn't know this was happening, obviously, and obviously Foxtech in general don't want people knowing that their crates can be corrupted because that's the backbone of their industry. But so we need to be really careful that we don't spread this too much, because if Foxtech know we're reproducing their technology, or if Foxtech know that we know that there's something fucky with their crates, it's going to be a hell of a lot less expensive to nuke the meat rack and take that hit than it would do to let that reach the wider market. So that's tippy-top secret, telling you because you're trusted. We've taken that thing off fucking Charles now, but you know, just because they can't get through there doesn't mean they're not going to be able to walk in through other means, but hopefully it makes it a little easier from them. But either way, working with Toronto, working with some frequencies, where they can be, where they can't be, trying to replicate this tech with them and a man called Nikolai, and hopefully give the meat rack some form of defenses, at least. Because the family, because of the split, they typically tend not to be where their security are. Now their security is leaving. All of a sudden, ooh, look at all those juicy people struggling that we might be able to make deals with in the mega building and shit like that, you know? Like it's fucking open door policy. Yeah, so...
Well, before they didn't try to come in and make deals. It was Jack. He showed up and I did my best to treat him fairly. And he ended up killing someone, slaughtered them, and
Yep,
we had proof. We were able to show that he was there. But Saphira and police didn't want to deal with it.
Jack is one of the most senior members of Foxtech and still holds that position. And will continue to be a senior official in Foxtech so long as Vice continually covers up his mistake.
Yeah.
So in short, going against Jack is going against one of the most protected people in a giant mega corporation with dominance over the waterfront. Yeah. It's like trying to like give Malleus a parking ticket. It's not gonna happen.
To be fair to us,
No.
he was kind of walking around just as like a homeless guy.
Yeah, he does that a lot. It's based on who he possesses at the given time. Yeah, much the same as John used to work at the meat rack, but now he's got Dogma, the demon, in his head, and now they're a combined entity. I believe that Jack likely died in the initial crash out that Vice had, and since then he's been incarnating in different bodies. That's why he wears the mask. It's because he's possessing people. The real Jack's full demonic now, most likely. That explains how he's back after Nath killed him. In the events of the meat rack war, Nath chucked him in the incinerator.
Okay, I didn't hear anything about that.
Nath brags
What?
about it a lot. I'm surprised.
He's never mentioned it.
Really? Was probably too busy sitting down and chilling out.
Probably.
You ever noticed how that man basically never stands? He still surprises me how tall he is.
I keep thinking he's growing.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
He's an old man. He's
Usually
like
I see him
900
just
something.
spending time with Flurry these days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently
well,
he's
they're in a pack now.
he's bound himself to her as her familiar, because that's what he is. He's a familiar, and if he didn't, he would have died.
Yeah, he was dying because he
Probably the
didn't
best
have a
choice.
mana source to leech on. And he loves his sister, and his sister didn't want him to die. And
If,
God knows how long a Flurry lives for. But yeah,
if there's anyone who's unequivocally a good person in Zephyr, it's Flurry.
yeah, really glad that Nemesis tried to crush them. Because someone said Nemusi, apparently. How childish is this, honestly?
You
Anyway,
have power, and you're a narcissist. Maybe it just doesn't matter. You can just do
You know,
whatever
though-
you want.
that was an old theory about, like, gods and shit, right? That if you were all-knowing and all-powerful, why would you ever need to learn anything, you know? Like, why would you learn manners or
Yeah.
how to interface with other people or, like, social decor? Why would you ever, like, be anything other than impulsive, you know? Because, like, if you didn't like something, you could just disappear it.
It's an
You'd just be
inherent
eternally a child. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. It's, sorry.
weakness.
Just
Something.
had a lot of thinking about gods recently, thanks to bullshit, so, yeah. Anyway, we encroached on far too much of your time, I'm sorry.
This is why my practice is not about the gods.
Yeah, mine neither.
I'd say the funny one-liner, but we're like right by a church. I don't want to get smited.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm literally turning demonic, so we're already on several levels of heresy here. I wouldn't mind too much, but yeah. It's, yeah. Don't know how the gods feel about psionics either. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Psionics are
Witches,
big
I guess. Are you a witch?
I don't use magic.
No, I lived with a family that practiced, and I had to attend church with him every week. That was a long time
Okay.
ago.
Is it something that maybe I missed this at some point, but are psionics something that anyone is capable of? You just have to tap into it? Or are there specific rules in
Specific.
place? Okay. Makes
Like,
sense. Are you like a race of people? Sorry, this is...
no.
I think
It just
different
seems to happen in some
are
people.
more capable of it than others. Like,
Is it a
mind
mutation?
flayers. Mind flayers
Oh,
are all
yeah.
science.
Oh, some species, yes, are more, what is the word? Not capable of becoming, but being born as.
Oh.
Like, kind of like how elves are generally regarded as more likely to bear children that will be capable of wielding magic than most other races or something. You
I'm
know?
sorry, the timing of the season made me think of elves completely in a different context than what you intended, and I'm back on reality now, sorry.
I was like, cute
Oh, you mean
elves?
that one story about the, like, the little elves and Santa and
The
all
fat
that?
man with the hat, yeah.
Oh, fucker of
I
myself.
still don't quite understand all that. It was very confusing to me.
It's a lot.
When
But, you know, whatever
was,
gives people some solace, you know?
when I was younger, I used to be terrified of Santa because it's just some guy who breaks into your house every year.
He's a threat assessment system. He determines who's naughty and nice and delivers punishments
Yeah.
accordingly.
Wild.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about it that way, but I also
True.
haven't really given it much thought to begin with.
Santa was the world's first social credit system.
Yeah.
Social credit system?
You don't have... Surely we have that in Zephyra. It's like, okay, so social credit was a thing that was invented as a popular term around 400 years ago, and there was a long time before it was commonly adopted. People pretended they didn't have it for a very long time. They just called it credit score instead, and apparently that was completely different. But like eventually, kind of people just roped it into standard citizenship and ID.
Yeah.
That is before the Court War anyway. People have been trying to bring it back in various places. I think VRCRP have some ideas to bring it around. That's why they do their whole
Definitely.
kind of citizen... Yeah, if you have good social credit in VRCRP, they pay for your house and healthcare.
Oh,
It's all about being an upstanding good citizen, you know?
this reminds me. I
This is
really
a
need to
corporate
get an
slave.
ID. I still don't have an
This
ID.
sounds more like ideas of karma and, you know, what you put into the world, you will receive
You know, one of
back.
the old...
Yeah, like that, but way
Wanna know what-
Supported by a corporation, which, yeah, feels a little bit weird. I'm not sure I like that.
On the old... back in the day, one of these social credit corporations were called Klarna. As if to say karma, but, you know, a little bit different. It's like so on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems really messed up. Because, you know, it's
Yeah.
not a corporation that should be judging whether or not you have done enough good
100%.
deeds. It is the universe, and just
I think living under mega corporations sucks.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm
actually.
arriving at here. Yeah, no, it's... I kind of like looking
need to
back
get
at the
rid of
history
them.
sometime to see how we ended up here, but, you know,
It's just gonna all be the same thing.
just makes you angry, really.
yeah, yeah.
At some point, I like to think that we'll get a...
Did you know Amazon used to be a rainforest?
What?
Crazy, right? Anyway,
no way.
yeah, I don't know what that's about. I assume it's something to do with abundance or something, but no. Honestly, people used to associate it with something else. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, is what it is. I was trying to
I
wrap
think
up.
the rainforest existing at some point.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. No.
we were gonna go to the
If
forest
we
at some
don't
stage.
make the opportunity to just start walking in a direction to leave, we will continue to talk. So,
I'm sorry, we've trapped you. We're standing between you and the exit.
I don't mind. I have nothing else I have to do.
All right,
I'm just. Oh,
you're breaking into a church. Oh my
It's
God,
not
there
really
you go.
breaking in. It's the door's open. I don't think this
True.
church is like really that active. I think there's like only one
Honestly,
guy
it's
up
like-
here.
I feel like that's how
It's
all,
kinda
all
nice,
churches
honestly.
should be, is just doorless. If they're a place for the weary, you know?
Well, you know, warmth is nice, but I guess the temperature isn't too bad around here, so yeah.
Hmm.
Either
It's
way,
pretty
prefer
chilly
not to
here
get the
late
itch
into the
going.
evening.
You can look around if you like, though.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we might, I don't think this is the last time we're gonna talk.
It's a really good
I
place.
hope
for
not.
Yeah, I hope you don't disappear or suddenly die or something.
Don't plan on it.
We've been doing pretty good so far,
Dying is
Good.
illegal.
despite it all.
We are in a better place than we were before. We're no longer trudging through the sewers, which, by the way, was kind
There's a
of
lot of
more or
that.
less the Stormbringer's fault. But
Yeah, that was more or less the Stormbringer's fault.
well, it was exactly their
Foxdex
fault.
Gestapo.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they literally sold us out. It was crazy. Anyways.
And now they're selling everyone else out as well. The anticorps. I love
Yeah.
life. And living it. Inside my helmet. Oh, God damn it.
I like to think that not all places are as bad as Zafira.
I hope so. But the more I
Our
learn
group
about human
wasn't so
nature, the more I kind of accept that it might be
Piano?
inevitable.
Oh, the
It's-
radio.
The old gentleman's radio, he leaves it on all the time.
Sorry. Don't speak too loudly. It's quite peaceful. I could meditate here.
I mean, we could try learning meditation. I could do to learn to focus up a little bit more.
I was working on
It
it
isn't
before.
too hard, especially when you have the ability to breathe.
I know, I fuck up breathing sometimes. Everybody keeps telling me to deep breathe every time I get stressed about something, like I suddenly forget.
If you're ever like really freaking out, like having a panic attack, what I usually do is I'll count odd numbers up, and then that gets my brain thinking about other things. Without
I
I
don't
like,
have many panic attacks
Sorry.
anymore. I'm just kind of shell-shocked to that.
try to disguise
Yeah.
things in the walls.
I think people just want me to shut up or slow down sometimes, but they don't. They prefer to express it as a
Everyone has
feeling
to
of
figure out
self-care.
what works best
Yeah.
for them when it comes to meditation. I tend to struggle to breathe when I have a panic attack. So, forcing myself to slow down and really breathe, it helps. You know, because if you're not breathing properly, well, you know, you're suffocating, and suffocating isn't good.
Yeah, you're right. Fundamentals, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I've totally forgotten the way back down.
this way.
Do you want to see?
We can walk back down, or keep talking, or do whatever. I have nowhere to be.
I just didn't know if we wanted to walk over there, but yeah, we'll do it.
I mean,
I
sure,
have the
sure,
blindfold,
yeah,
by the
fine.
way. It really does.
Thank you.
It's a two-way mirror.
Let's see. Oh,
No, it's not.
wait, two-way.
She described it as a
one-way.
two-way mirror,
I'm.
and I've just
misspoke,
not
alright?
taken the piss out of it for it.
Mirror that is,
It
like
is.
you can look through it. So
It's,
can you
it's
not see
just
at all?
a piece of fabric with
No, I
holes in
can't.
it so
I
she can
see
breathe.
out of it.
Oh.
Shut up.
You know, I like that joke.
Fashion
Is it
statement,
for the
or-
look? Because it's working. It looks very cool.
Thank you. It is, yes, but also it was an attempt
Like
to.
sunglasses, but less.
It was an attempt
Her
to
eyes
also
glow in the
kind of-
dark, so when she's hiding, it's like a bit of a giveaway.
Ah.
So she kind of just got used to it.
I
Yeah.
did also take
Yeah, I should
the
do that.
idea from a very, very good friend of mine that I don't see anymore.
Oh. Oh. Sorry to hear that, but
She's okay. She's
glad
doing well,
it's
but
working out.
yeah. We remember people in different ways, you know?
That's why I started doing the glowing foot thing.
Yeah.
Not as good as she is, though.
Normal for you?
No, I used to wear shoes, but I ended up growing claws as a result of the whole kind of changes I went through, and I keep poking holes in the end of them. And I haven't had
Oh.
time to follow up on like a prep. Apparently there's retailers for it. I still have the card, so I might do that at some stage. But I know I'm focusing on other things rather than clothing at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. After all, I mean, like, what's the point of fucking changing my clothes if I'm gonna be wearing this stupid fucking helmet everywhere? I swear to God, I hate it so much. Yeah. It's not exactly gonna change my look up too much. Fucking helmet head max. Anyway.
Helmets can be cool too.
They can
I
be.
told him it was cool. He just hates it because it's pressing his ears
It's
down.
uncomfortable. No, it means
I don't like having things around my face, and also restricts my vision. Or, you know, doesn't restrict my vision too much.
I need to get, I have like a helmet, which helps with the air in Zafira. I need like a mask. Because, like I said, helmets are inconvenient.
Kind of an
People keep
essential
telling me
in
I look
Zafira.
like Magneto. Do I look like Magneto?
I don't know who that is.
Magneto? Who is Magneto?
Oh, he was like an all comic book villain. Kind of got popular.
Oh, wait, you want to look
but-
like a villain?
No.
No.
Actually, as it happens, I
He's
have enough
looking
of that
for
passively
reassurance that
already.
He doesn't look like Magneto.
Oh, so. I see.
Yeah, just about. Why would they put a handrail on the bit you're least likely to trip over? That's weird. Huh.
Depending on
It's
who built
probably
it, I
like-
don't know. Maybe they were just trying to make
It might
something
have fallen
functional.
off.
That
Could
too.
have done. Could have been worn or withered.
They
One of
aren't close to
stairs
the
is gone,
sea.
so-
So.
Sure. It's easier this way down, huh?
Downhill is always easier than uphill.
Profound.
It's not one of my better isms.
Isms?
I still wish.
What?
I still wish I could remember that joke that you recalled to me one time that I told the hamster.
Oh my
but I don't
God, you've
remember.
been badgering me about that for like...
It was really
mean,
funny. I couldn't believe I was being that funny.
I'm sorry. I'll remember it one day when I get a knock on the head and I'll be like 87 years old and I'll wake up in the night and go, Mo!
100%.
I remembered what it was. But yeah. Or you could remember it, you know, yourself.
I could.
It's been nice seeing the two of you again. I said that earlier, but
Likewise,
Thanks for
honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain how nice it is to speak with people who are like of similar logic in mind. You know what I mean?
Not crazy.
They are hard to come by, weirdly. You'd have thought in a city of survivors there'd be more common sense.
Fucking villain people. You know what I mean?
I think the only crazy people than Zafira and us.
Yeah, no, I don't understand.
Well, yeah, that's it. Everyone but me is crazy. That's always a good sign. Alright. Well, you know, I hope I don't get wet on the way back. Sure, let's do that. See you later. Thanks for showing us your spot.
Yeah, thank you.
Feel free to use it.
Feel
We'll be
free
in
to
touch.
use it. Just,
No,
don't
right.
upset the old man.
Just don't piss off the old man. Yeah, okay.
Otherwise,
Don't
have an
attract his
argument,
ire.
lock the gate or something.
It's true.
He'll just yell at you, and he had a shotgun once, so Holmesky-san decided to be a little loud, and he didn't take well to it.
We won't do that.
That sounds like him.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Gotcha. See you later, guys.
Take care. Safe travels. We'll see you soon.
Do you know some people swim for fun?
In this water.
It's
If
disgusting.
it weren't so far from everything, I'd love to just take up one of the apartments up there.
If there are any open, yeah. Yeah, I know. No, we're not going for a swim for fun.
Hope you enjoyed the conversation, Iris.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It feels so nice.
Wah.